ba ba, bida ba da ba ba da, zibida da ba 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 da ba dee da da ba dee da, ba da ba da ba da ba dee da da. Oh, we are back again, my friends. Oh yeah, we are back. Hello, travelers of the internet, and welcome back to Guardian Studios. Or if you are new to the channel, hey there and welcome to you. Pardon me. My name is JGuard01, and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard. And I am very pleased to welcome you all back to the channel. Or, in the case of the newcomers, welcome you fresh to a Guardian Studios experience. Today we are diving back into the world of Galabor, where we have a lot to do. Can you believe it? Pardon me. Hello, I'm back, and I am very happy to have you guys along for the ride. Look at me clap. I like that. I like that I've got that back. Alright, so we are back at Hobbit's Cove, my friends. I know I've bounced between names for this area, but I'm back to calling it Hobbit's Cove. Because, I mean, come on. This looks like a cove to me. Hey, Ryan! Good to see you, my man. Good to see ya. How you doing? You doing well? I hope so. I hope you're doing real good. I hope you were doing really good, my friend. Is this the... That is the partially broken one. Okay. That's the one I'm going to end up having to repair at some point. Don't know how I'm going to do that, but at some point I need to. Alright. So, my plan for today's session, for anybody wondering... Pardon me. Good grief. You're okay but tired? Well, I'm glad to hear that, Ryan. I'm doing alright. I'm doing pretty good. What I'm planning to do today is dive down here into the underground and start working on the Inter-Base tunnel network. Basically, I want to connect up my bases, both here at Hobbit's Cove and over at the Snowdrift. I want to link them up. I want to link them up in the Overworld and in the Nether. Right now, Overworld is the easier one to start linking them at. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm thinking that the easiest way to do that is to dig these big 3x3 tunnels all the way between bases. Thanks, Ryan. Now, once I've got this built up, we'll probably figure out a way somehow to make it so that we can use this for mining as well as for transportation. But the main purpose is going to be for transportation between the bases. Now, there is something I would like to do, actually. I just had a thought. Instead of making this tunnel be the link, I'm kind of thinking I want to build a bigger tunnel, or dig a bigger tunnel, lined up with coordinates 0, 0. And I say that because that way I can build a hub at coordinates 0, 0 that drops down into the depths where we are, and then takes off in the direction of all the bases in the 4 cardinal directions. I might try to make it a rail line, but I may also make it so that it's big enough to fit a to fit an actual... an ice boat highway, basically. And I think it's better to do something like that down here than it is to do it on the surface. Because an ice boat highway on the surface is never going to be easy to make. It's going to take us forever to build that. If I make an ice boat highway on the surface, we're going to just experience the same thing that we did on the previous world, on Gyros. And it's going to take forever. But if we dig it down here, we can make the tunnel big enough from the start to house the tunnel and minecart rails for item transportation, as well as have room for maybe a horse if we don't want to go the minecart route. Because I'll be honest, I think horses might be faster than minecarts. I don't actually know that for a fact, though. I haven't actually done any tests to see how fast horses can go and how that compares to any other transport method. Mind the gap. As in, be careful where you're standing? Yeah, I could imagine that. Alright, so yeah, let's dig our way to coordinates 0, 0 first. And see what comes of this idea. Oh, goodness. Diamonds. Now, see, this is why I'd like to do this with Silk Touch picks. Problem is, I don't exactly have a bunch of Silk Touch pickaxes right now. Actually, a thought occurs. We're only going to be starting this project anyway on this session. I have no illusions in my head of being able to finish. Thank you, Ryan. I'd appreciate that. Please tell me I'm not losing connection here. I'm seeing... Okay, I still have connection. Good. I was a little concerned for a second there that I might be losing my connection for the stream. I'm glad to see that I'm not. Anyway. Yeah, if you can send me that video, I would appreciate that, because I'm actually kind of curious. I am kind of curious about that. Alright, that's a Silk Touch pick. Do I have any other Silk... Well, I got a diamond pickaxe that I can enchant with Silk Touch if I get enough levels. We may go do that on the side. We may go there and do that. Okay, good. I'm glad to see that it's good now. I'm glad to hear that it's good now. But I do think it'd be better to use Silk Touch pickaxes for digging the tunnel. For the simple reason that that way we can scoop up all the valuable stuff as we go and bundle it and then be able to put it away as we go, you know? Wow, looks like we got a few people in here. That's good. To everybody who's new to the channel, welcome to you. To everybody who has been here before, welcome back. Oh, yeah, I noticed that. Thank you, PlayStation. I noticed that this connection wasn't great. Yeah. It tells me that after I've already learned that the connection ain't great right now. Thank you, Captain Obvious. That's the kind of moment that was. That was a thank you, Captain Obvious. Alternatively known as thank you for nothing, you useless reptile. If anybody knows where that line comes from, hey. Kudos to you. You know a good movie. Alright, so... Hey, wait, what's this? Fortune 3 and Breaking 3, Efficiency 5. Yep. Okay, so it would show me if it had mending. I kinda don't want to use pickaxes without mending, but I also think that maybe we are better off just doing the digging with non-mending silk picks. And I say that because if we wait to have mending on all the pickaxes, that's going to take even longer. You might be better off in that case to just jump right into having a bunch of silk picks. We just make a bunch of silk pickaxes and then go to town, so to speak, on the digging. On the enchanting and the digging, as long as we have silk touch. Alright, Ellison. Hey, thank you for dropping in. Hope you get the... I hope I'm using this term right. I hope you get the dub on your Fortnite experience. I hope you get the... I hope you get the crown. I hope you get victory. I hope you and your friends get the victory royale in the event you're playing the main deal. Oh, hold it. There we go. Gotta make sure I've got full stock of wood on me. We're gonna go over to the gold farm real quick. We're going to get our levels pumped up a bit more, and then we will work on the enchanting real quick. We'll craft up the pickaxe. Well, we already crafted the pickaxes. We'll enchant the pickaxes. Hopefully we'll get silk touch on all of them. We're probably going to have to wait to get enough levels to be able to do all the pickaxes. So thinking on it, we need at least level 30 to enchant any one of them. So... we may be waiting for a bit before we can actually do the enchanting then, come to think of it. Dagnabbit. This is part of why I've been seriously thinking that at some point I may need to try to get Galabor shifted over to a realm so that I can have an easier time leaving it AFK. Problem is that, yeah, that's got its own issues. One in particular is a pretty big problem, but I'm not gonna sit here and get into that right now. Instead, what I will get into is saying that if you guys enjoy the content of the channel, it would help me out very much if you would let me know by leaving likes, commenting, subscribing, and all that other good jazz. If you guys can do that for me, I would appreciate it big time. Alright, and it's off to the races with the machine. Starting to wonder if it was just a figment of my imagination, but... Oh, nope, it's real. It's legit. They can. That's what I was wondering about, if these, if zombie piglins could actually spawn in with spears. That makes me wonder, can regular piglins spawn in with spears? This is a question that we will have to learn the answer for at some point. I would assume that they can, considering the dude was, that zombie piglins can. I would assume then that the other guys can too. Alright, I'm gonna pause for just a second. I want to turn down the volume of the game because it's kind of loud right now. So, turn it down to 50 for a minute. I just gotta remember to turn it back up once we are ready to get on with other things. So I guess for a moment here we got a little time for maybe like some Q&A, for some chit chat. If anybody's got any questions about the channel, about the content, about any suggestions for things to build in the game, hey, feel free to throw them my way. I will field any and all of them that I can. Any questions, suggestions, thoughts, things like that. If you've got anything like that to throw my way, feel free to do so. I will field it if I can. Gotta make sure the system isn't clogging up too bad. Though I have a feeling it will end up clogging up some at some point. It seems like this machine always clogs up. But at least what clogs it is stuff we can easily sort out of it, you know? At least it's a machine that we can easily fix. Alright, level 35, that's good. I gotta set up an enchanting station close to this thing at some point, so that I can keep enchanting. I can keep levels coming in as I run out of them, you know? I kind of think that's something I need to consider incorporating to the machine. Zup-a-dee-da-da-da-da-da. Let's check on our storage system. We got a bit of gold right there. We got some gold nuggets here. We got a bit of everything we need. I do worry about the rotten flesh. I think at some point I need to set up a system to dispose of it. Or else just extend the system storage so that all the rotten flesh will go bye-bye. Because the last thing I need is for this system to get clogged by rotten flesh. That would be bad. Wait a minute. Check on the furnace. Check on the smelter system. Uh-huh. Hmm. It's not emptying out anymore. Alright, let's take a look, see. I think we're gonna have to resort to alternative fuel sources. Which is to say, we gotta get the fuel chest back here. And off the normal spot. Whoa. Let the system chew its way through that bunch of wood for now. It's not going to last long, but it will keep the system running for a little while. Until I can bring over some more charcoal or coal to fuel it. Hello, Devin! Getting some levels from my gold farm. Whoa, okay. 40 levels now. Nice. See, I want to go mining and dig a tunnel, but I need some silk touch pickaxes to do it. So, I'm getting some levels so I can enchant them. I think we've got enough levels to work with for the moment, so... Turning off the portal. We'll let the system run for a minute until we're sure that all the zombie piglins are dealt with, and then we'll grab whatever XP is left and get back to business. Alright. Levels acquired. Level 41 ought to be able to get us a couple of Silk Touch picks if we get good rolls. Unfortunately, I don't have a ready supply of enchanted books at the moment. So, we still have to rely on the enchanting table. A little bit annoying, but it is what it is. I'll tell you an add-on that would be really cool to see go on the marketplace one day. An enchanting infuser. Java Edition has that as a mod, but basically it's the enchanting table 2.0. In that you can pick and choose what enchantments you want to put on your pickaxe or other tools. And once you've chosen them, you spend the levels necessary to perform the enchantment, and then boom. It takes your levels, or it takes from your levels, and it puts all the enchantments you selected that it could do onto your tool or armor. It's super efficient and extremely helpful. But the mod gates it behind some difficult items to obtain to get the really good one. There are two variations of it, see. One where you can only enchant an item one time, and one where you can enchant an item as much as you want. Including taking enchantments off of items and changing around what enchantments are on an item just freely. If an add-on like that ever became a thing on the marketplace for Bedrock, I would be over the moon. Especially if it was free. Okay, we're getting really unfortunate with the enchantment rolls here. Well, we did get the efficiency 4. We got Unbreaking 3. What we did not get was what I was really hoping for, Silk Touch. Alright, we're back up to level 30. We got one shot. Please. That's even worse. How does that happen? It gave us an even worse enchantment. Well, I mean, worse efficiency. Hey, Orlando! Good to see you, dude. How you doing? Doing alright? I hope so. Hope you're doing real good, man. I am not happy that it gave us no Silk Touch. In all of that, we got no Silk Touch. 4 pickaxes. No Silk Touch. I'm doing pretty good. My new year has been pretty good so far. It's been pretty good so far. I'm just trying to enjoy life, keeping busy. Unfortunately, I've been a little too busy to do all that I wanted to do, but meh. That's life, isn't it? Anyway, let's see here. Yep, that's the extra storage for logs. Okay, so no Silk Touch on those pickaxes. Well, thankfully I've got one other idea where we can get some pickaxes in a hurry, or a relative hurry. Go over to the village and cash in on some goodies from those guys. Now, unfortunately, I don't have much iron here. Huh. Or wait, maybe I do, but it might be underground. It might be down in the vault. Let's go check out the vault and see if I've got iron to spare. I should. I mean, I've got an iron farm that is pretty darn efficient when it gets rolling. Though, admittedly, it's been a while since I've been on the game and on the iron farm side of the world. So, who knows? Okay, that was me preparing to put stuff in. Aha. Well, we definitely have plenty of gold and copper. Mostly copper. Good grief. If we could trade that to... If we could trade that to the villagers, I'd be a rich guy. We would be rich people if we could trade that to them. Like, good grief, man. That is an insane amount of copper. And the thing is, I doubt that's even the whole supply. I have a feeling we've got more copper somewhere that I just haven't put away yet. Craftable name tags? Oh yeah. Hey, if that's something that they keep in the next game drop, I am looking forward to that. I actually forgot that that was part of what they listed in the new game drop, but I'm looking forward to it. Because that is a feature that I feel like we should have had a long time ago. I mean, come on. Why is it only now we get it? Craftable name tags is one of those things that I have never understood why they didn't make it a thing. Craftable name tags, craftable saddles, those are two things that I think should always have been in the game. And I'm glad that we're getting the name tags now. I can't remember. Did we get craftable saddles yet? I can't remember if we got that in the Mounts of Mayhem, when the Mounts of Mayhem update dropped. If anybody knows, can somebody tell me? Let me know if we did or not, because I forget. We did? Okay. Okay, we did. Good to know. Good to know. I honestly forgot if we had or not. I'm so used to us not having the saddle recipe that I couldn't remember. Good to know that we have it. Good to know that we have it. I can imagine with the new mounts that are in the game and the fact that we can even make them for our horses and donkeys and mules and such that we already had. Yeah. I really, really like how Mojang is adding things to the game at this point. They're adding in exactly the things that we want at this point. They may not necessarily be things that everybody wants, But once they're in the game, I'm telling you, most people are saying that they love what Mojang is doing. Most people I've been hearing anything from have been saying they like what Mojang is doing. And I gotta agree. Mojang has been kicking the ball in the goal lately. They've been hitting it out of the park. Alright, so you are a weaponsmith. You can take iron, convert it to emeralds for me. I thank you very much, good sir. You are a gentleman among your kind. You are less of a gentleman. Good grief. 6 iron and emerald? Well, I really need the emeralds, so I'll roll with it for now, but I'm not happy about that price. Mason. Oh, I should mine some stone. Oh yeah, that's something I was gonna... I just remembered. There is another project that I have already planned to do at some point. Yep, I saw the designs of the baby animals that they are updating, and I have to agree, they are simply adorable. I'm looking forward to playing around with those little guys. I especially like how cute the wolves are. I mean, have you seen the baby wolf model that they're about to release? The thing is absolutely adorable. There's no other word that can describe it accurately. It's just adorable. Okay, do I not have a toolsmith? I would be amazed if I didn't have a toolsmith. I mean, I would also not be amazed, but I was expecting there to be a toolsmith somewhere around here. Oh well. If there's not, then that's fine, I guess, but kind of annoying. Hello! Hello! Angel Wanderly Gonzalez. Nope. I have no idea why you're saying that. That makes absolutely no sense to me, but meh. Everyone has their own perspective, I guess. Honestly, I have a feeling that eventually they may make both versions able to connect with each other. And if they don't, it's going to be a mistake. Okay, so I don't actually have a guy that does silk touch or a toolsmith that does pickaxes. Huh. That's unusual for me. Normally I have a guy around that does pickaxes, but I don't this time. Why? Why do I not? I am genuinely stunned by the fact that I don't have a guy around that does silk touch or picks. I don't have one for pickaxes, and I don't have one for silk touch. That is genuinely shocking. That is shocking to me. J-Guard, what have you been doing, my dude? You didn't make it so that you have a silk guy or a pick dude? Excellent voice crack. That is weird. I would have thought that I'd have a guy like that. I do have a guy here that does gold. Trades gold into emeralds. I should work with you from now on. I spend enough time at the gold farm. Good grief. Look at this pain in the neck. 3 gold ingots to an emerald. Well, I'm having to give up my iron ingots to get emeralds. Well, if that's your prediction, then we'll just have to wait and see if it happens. Personally, I think what may end up happening is eventually they'll continue to update the 2 games, do their compatibility style updates here and there. Or, not compatibility, they're one of the updates that make it so that one version has features from the other that it didn't have before. Whatever they're called. They're going to do more updates like that. And then I predict at some point they are going to find a way to make it so that the 2 versions can actually play together. Even if only on fully vanilla worlds. Or worlds that just have Bedrock add-ons. Which, honestly, if that ended up being the case, I would not be upset with that at all. Actually, I would love that. I would love something like that. Here's hoping my prediction comes true, rather than one of the 2 versions being discontinued. I do not think either version should be discontinued at all. Myself. Since someone brings it up, I'll say, I think that Java and Bedrock should continue to coexist. But that eventually Mojang should find a way to make it so that the 2 versions can officially, with legitimate official stuff, become able to play together on vanilla. Even if it ends up requiring some change. You know, it ends up making it so that when on Bedrock connected worlds, the Java players have to just get used to having to play with Bedrock Redstone. It would still be awesome to make it so that there is an official way for Java and Bedrock players to play together. That's what I feel like they should aim for eventually. Well, I know there is a way for them to play together unofficially. Something that's not, like, officially made by Mojang, but I don't know if there's an official Mojang-made way for the 2 to come together. That's what I was talking about, Ryan. I would love to see Mojang eventually find a way to make it so they can connect Bedrock and Java on an official setup. Doubt it will happen anytime soon, but if it ever did happen legit by them, that would be amazing. That's what I hope they one day try to do. And if they don't, well, missed opportunity. That's all I'll say, is it'll be a missed opportunity, and they'll have no one to blame for missing it but themselves. Just come on. Wouldn't that be stinking awesome? You found that video? Alright, shoot me the link. Send the link my way, my man. I'll take a look when I can. Because I'm actually kind of curious. Meantime, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about Silk Touch. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to mine without all my picks having it. I'm gonna have to just settle for some having it and some not. Not a happy situation. Got a good amount of iron ore here. Got some coal ore. A little bit of lapis. Maybe I should break this down real quick and see if I can get a little bit of extra XP out of it. Hey, thank you, Ryan. Thank you for sending it. Like I said, I'll take a look at it later when I get the time. Yeah, I saw that you sent that out. I'll have to take a look at that at some point soon, too. I haven't actually had a chance to do so. Well, I still say those are interesting predictions, but we'll see what happens in the future, Angel. We'll pop this lapis in here to be converted to block form. Assuming this machine is actually working. Oh, it is. Oh yeah, it's working. I could do something with this coal. But I think I kind of want to save this coal for putting into the gold farm, because that thing is going to need supplying with the stuff. It's going to need fuel for the smelting machine. Yeah, I'll take a look when I can, Ryan, for sure. At both that tube video and at the fireworks from the New Year's. Right. In the meantime, I think we're going to go ahead and go down and start mining. I'm not worried about this pickaxe. I've still got my main Silk Touch pick. So we can go get started on the mining. And if along the way we somehow get enough levels for some more enchanting, we'll go back up to the surface and work on enchanting the other pickaxes as a means of getting more Silk Touch. capabilities. Also going to do myself a big favor here. I'm going to expand this storage further, because I hold no illusions here. We are going to run out of storage fast down here. Yes, you have, Ryan. Yes, you have. And what I've seen of it is impressive. Most impressive. You are very welcome, my friend. You are deserving of that praise, whether you realize it or not. So I think my plan at this point is to eventually make this tunnel into a 5x5 at minimum. And whenever it pops into a cave, we make the top out of glass. We cover the top in glass. And make it so that we have room to travel by ice boat, rail, minecart rail, or horse. On stream, I don't think so. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen it, actually. And I don't think we did a on-stream vid, necessarily. Or on-stream showcase. But at some point, we may have to, if nothing else, record a showcase of it. Kind of a tour. That might be cool. No, we got lava. I don't know why that tune just popped into my head. That's funny, Ryan. That's funny. Bum 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 bum. Grab those. Yes. This would be a lot easier if we were playing on Java, I have to admit. Because then we could have a, That is kind of hard to believe. It feels like it's been around for a lot longer already. I'm so glad I've got the spear. I am so glad I got the spear. Kind of off topic, but at the same time not, because it's still Minecraft. Ooh, gold. Alright, Ryan. Hey, thank you for being here, my man. Hope I see you again next time. You have a good rest of your night, buddy. It's easy to fall into saying that. Oh, here we are. Now again, for anybody wondering what I'm trying to do here, right now I'm just trying to get to coordinates 0, 0. Because that's where I want to end up building a hub, connecting the 4 cardinal directions within Minecraft. I was starting to say earlier, this would go a lot quicker and a lot smoother in Java, because on Java, if the versions lined up and create was on it, I could do the create mod. Or you could have a mod that does one of those excavator tool thingies. Basically making it so that you can mine a 3x3 in front of you at a time. With every swing of the tool. It's a pretty neat little doodly bit, but at the same time, Bedrock is still home. Bedrock Edition is still home for me. There we have it. We've reached coordinates 0, 0. Alright, do 4 directions, or 4 blocks out in every direction. Oh! Okay, right now it's just 3 blocks out. My bad. Alright. Alright, I think this is a good start. Unfortunately, we've got one major problem. I have a full inventory. Alright, let's see here. some chests here for the moment. Dump out all the stuff I've collected that isn't valuable. Do it again. And again. And now we charge. Charge! Running, 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 running. Cool. Alright, now we go back again. And this time we're going to drop torches. There we go. Alright, that I think is good enough for the moment. And I'll definitely have to widen this tunnel before we can call any percentage of the project done. But I think for right now, that'll do for a little bit of progress. A little bit of progress, a little bit of work done is always good progress. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you all ever so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to leave likes and comments. Subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Check out the About page for links to other pages with more content and ways to support the channel. Share the channel with your friends who think they might enjoy the content too. And of course, do not forget to smack that notification bell so that you don't miss the next stream or video. With that all being said, thank you again for watching. I am JGuard01, your guide, your bard, and your humble host into the worlds of virtual. And I'll see you all next time, right here on Guardian Studios. Bye!